Here with Bill Kays, Mexico head coach, Division II 2015 New York State champions. Coach, congratulations from me as well as NewYorkWrestlingNews.com. Take me through this tournament when last year you were so close to taking second.
We had a great weekend. Last year, we really didn't expect to contend for a team title or anything, but we ended up, we had our first state champion, Trevor Allard. We had two other kids place. Jake Wilson was fourth, Theo Powers was third, Austin Whitney was in that 7-8, so he won some matches too. And then we ended up second, and it was a big surprise. This year we came back, we had five guys. We had Austin O'Reilly at 106. He was a wild card, and he had an absolutely unbelievable weekend. He beat guys that he'd lost to during the year. He had a great wrestling game plan for these guys, and he ended up placing third in his first trip here. And I think it's hard to place here the first time you come. At 113, Theo Powers. He's been wrestling every kid he could get his hands on. It's a good kid in the state this year, and you know, he was pointing towards this state championship since he's about 6 years old. He took sixth 2 years ago. He took third last year. Lost 4-2 to DiVincenzo, who ended up winning it last year in the semis. And this year he came back and he was determined, and just had an absolutely awesome tournament, pinning a kid in the finals. That they'd split. He'd lost to Heberlein 2-0, and he beat him 2-0 this year. And so this was the third match. 145 had Austin Whitney. He had a real good first day. Had kind of a tougher second day. Ended up wrestling back for fifth. Ended up recording a pin for that. Actually, he had 3 pins in his 3 wins. And until we got to the finals, we were only half a point ahead of Locust Valley. So those pins were crucial to win the tournament. Trevor came back, had a great tournament, got to the finals against a real good competitor, Bushy. You know, finished first last year, second this year. That's a pretty good career. You know, he's a great kid. Works very hard in school. Excellent student. And then we had Jake Wilson, who's one of the funniest kids on our team. He just has a fun time all the time. Came here, made it to the finals against odds. Beat a kid. He and Tristan Angle have wrestled each other about 57 times, it seems like. And they usually split or get pretty close. And he had a great match tonight and ended up winning it. And as far as what the state tournament means, this is my 27th year of coaching. My first year as a coach, I had a kid take second. You remember that, Mr. Don Duell. I'm sorry. And every time we
get Don, when you're watching this, what's up, buddy?
Every year we get here, it's always the pinnacle of our season. I don't care about the off-season tournaments and all the stuff they travel all over the country for. For our kids, this is the pinnacle. And getting here and performing like we did this weekend, we brought 5 kids. We had 5 place finishers: 2 first, a second, a third, and a fifth. I mean,
that's great. That's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, unbelievable. I mean, they had a great weekend and a great tournament, and it means a lot to us. It really does. These kids work for this all year long. You heard the kids in the interviews earlier looking for bonus points.
Yeah.
Who looks for bonus points in a state tournament?
Yeah,
I mean, we're talking, the coach and I are talking, I mean, we got to be absolute monsters if our kids are looking for bonus points in a state tournament. I mean, what kind of people are we that we expect that from them? But it's a great group of kids, and we've just had an absolutely awesome year.
Well, hey, Coach, while I have you just for a second, give me a little bit of what you guys are doing at a Pee Wee level, modified level, JV level. What's next for the Mexico program?
Well, honestly, we just want to keep these kids coming. All these kids came up in our Pee Wee program. We've got between 60 and 80 kids every year. Our modified program is okay. I mean, that's probably the weakest part of our program because it's the weakest part of New York State's wrestling program. So we'd like to improve that. But at the high school level, we go in waves. This is about my 5th or 6th wave since I've been coaching. So we graduated a lot of these kids this year. We got Theo and Austin O'Reilly coming back, and we've got a good core of kids coming up. Hopefully we get back here next year, and we probably won't contend for the team title, but hopefully have a couple kids in the finals.
Well, hey, Coach, before I let you go and celebrate with your team, Anybody you'd like to thank? Any shout out you have for us tonight?
Well, I'll tell you what, my assistant coach, Troy Tooley, does an absolutely amazing job. I'm not an easy guy to work with. I know you'll be surprised to hear that, but he does everything you could ask for an assistant coach. He's absolutely a great kid. And our parents, you see how many we got up there. Half the town's here, and they support us, and the parents are just wonderful.
Oh, great. Hey, Coach, congratulations from me and NewYorkWrestlingNews.com, 2015 Division II state champs.
Thank you very much.